Losing business. Happy Monday, Rockstars. It's your coach, Borino. Welcome to another edition of Borino Live. It's good to see everybody. My name is Borino. I'm your coach. I am the founder of the Rockstars here. I have a big channel on YouTube where you're probably watching, or somewhere here on Facebook. It's good to see you. Good to have you. We do this pretty much every day now, right? Where I answer your questions, I give you tips. I advise you, here is my goal. Start this week right. Get some clients. Get some listings. Pick up some business. Make money. Be happy. Rinse, repeat. That's why we're here. So with that, lovely to see some friendly faces. Hey, Petergay, nice to have you. Welcome. Are you coming to the workshop next week? I know you guys local to Listing Presentation Plus Live. If not, please reach out to me. We had one cancellation, so we can squeeze you in if you want. We're going to be working together in person Monday and Tuesday. Michael Jewell is here. Neil, good to see you. Karen, Dave, Emissary, Mr. Todd, always good to see you. Lovely. Real Estate Rockstar from Orange County. Brian, Leslie, Derek, Eric, Elizabeth, Matt, good to see everybody. Earl, wishing good morning to everybody. George is checking in. Awesome, guys. So here's what I wanted to talk to you today about. Something very important. Something that on the surface you may think like, well, why are we talking about that? Here's why. Let's start with this post. Mr. Mark, Real Estate Rockstar, posted, hey, Rockstars, any suggestions on camera to invest in for taking high quality listing pictures? Before anyone says hire a photographer, I already do that, but I want to invest in my own. Write off the expense and add more value to myself as an agent and get photography portfolio going. Thank you. And there are 90 comments there. And yes, some of them are like, what the hell are you doing? Some of them suggest cameras, gear, and whatever. So a couple of things that I wanted to chat with you about that are important. Whenever you want to expand or do something, ask yourself this question. I am running a business. I am a business owner. If I do this, take pictures of my own listings, get a camera, and expand my portfolio, will they get me more leads, more clients, more money? Will it or not? And it's a very binary question. Don't get into that gray area. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't kid yourself. It's either yes or no. It's very binary. Everything I teach you guys, the overwhelming, the confusion comes from the gray area. Well, sometimes this, sometimes that. Bullshit. It's either yes or no. So which one is it? Taking your own pictures. Will that get you more leads? The answer is no, of course not. How? Will they get you more clients? No. Definite, clear, no. Will that help you make more money? No. On contrary, you're losing business if you're doing stuff like that. Let me give you an example. You go to a doctor. You walk into the office, and doctor sits behind the front desk where normally a receptionist should sit. And he says, well, I'm expanding my portfolio. I'm learning how to use Microsoft Excel and Outlook and contact management. Okay. The doctor ushers you in. I'm going to take your x-ray now because I'm expanding my portfolio. I'm learning how to take x-rays. Which x-ray machine do you think I should use? Do you have any advice for me? How fast would you run out of that office? Be honest. You'd be bolting out. There are certain jobs your doctor would not do because it's not productive. It is not his or her job. Hear me on this, rock stars. Taking fucking pictures is not your job. End of conversation. If you want to take pictures, fantastic. On Saturday, take your family out. Take some lovely pictures. Take pictures of architecture. My wife, Hannah, she's a very successful stager. Sometimes she likes to paint. She does that on her free time. Sometimes she likes to take pictures. But don't confuse those two. Your photographer, professional real estate photographer, is a professional real estate photographer. He or she doesn't dab into real estate. You don't dab into photography. The only reason you're looking for these distractions is because it feels good. Because you're going to come up with some stupid, idiotic construct that will justify it. So let's talk specifics. What does it cost you? It costs you first and foremost status. Would you go and fix plumbing on your listing to your seller? Well, I'm expanding my portfolio. I bought some tools. I'm going to fix your plumbing. Would you mow their lawn? Would you paint their house? Of course not. You must be a high status, busy agent, too busy to help them sell the fucking thing. Not waste time. How long does it take to take pictures? Be honest. Be honest. You're going to invest minimum an hour taking pictures, another 2 hours, 3 hours processing them. That's about 4 hours of your time. How would you justify to the seller, rather than spending 4 hours marketing your home and finding the perfect buyer for it? Or how would you explain it to your family? Rather than looking for more clients and earning more money, I'm fucking around taking pictures. How much is your time's worth? How much is your time worth? If you're working if your goal is $200,000 a year, you can tell how I'm excited my writing gets all shitty. So if you want to make $200,000 this year, let's do the math with me. And let's say you work 240 days, right? On average. So 200,000 divided 240 productive days. So that's $833 a day. 833. And let's say your work on average productive day would be what? 8 hours divided by 8. That's $104 per hour. That's your salary. How would you justify that you can waste $400? And that's only if your goal is 200,000. Some of you have more ambitious goals than that. Are you really willing to sacrifice $400 to take pictures? Just to have fun, just to play? This is a serious business, and the moment you start treating it as such, you're going to make more money. If you fuck around, if you think you can invest 4 hours of your time or more into studying, into perfecting it. Now, don't kid yourself. It's going to take you some time in learning to improve the skill to the level of professional real estate photographer. It's not something you're going to do right away. So either keep it as a hobby or do it right. But if you do it right, it is not your job. You are confused, my friends. So that's time. Status. How would your seller perceive you if all of a sudden you take your own pictures, you start doing your own stuff? Would you fix your car? Would you spend 6 hours fixing your car? Fuck no. Yes, on Sunday, if you have a nice 64 Thunderbird you want to mess around with, that's a different story. But you wouldn't be changing your own oil. You wouldn't invest time in bullshit like that because your time is best spent on only 3 things, my friends. It's only getting leads, setting up appointments, and taking listings. Everything else is a waste of time. Everything else should be either delegated or automated or removed. It is a different mindset. It's a mindset of a successful entrepreneur. Don't think like an employee. Don't think like a salesperson. You are an entrepreneur, which is just a level above a business owner, where you're not only thinking what's best for my business and my clients who I'm serve, But what will get me there faster? What is the most efficient way? How can I be the best at what I do? And you, my friends, need to be the best at getting leads, need to be the best at getting appointments, and need to be the best at getting fucking listings. And you ain't gonna get there if you're fucking around with taking pictures and doing all that other bullshit stuff. How many of you still do their own flyers? How many of you don't have a staff, don't have an assistant, where you're still running your own copies, putting on your lock boxes and doing all that shit? How many of you stage your own listings? Were you willing to invest half a day doing that fucking thing? Do you even run around with a vacuum cleaner cleaning your listings? I know that sometimes shit needs to get done. I know there are exceptions, but this cannot be the rule. Your rule must be, I need to run the most profitable real estate operation I can put together. And if you think taking pictures is part of it, you're sadly mistaken, and you're going to be out of this business, not because it is wrong, but because your mindset is off. Which is the third thing. You have the wrong mindset. You still believe you can afford 4 hours of your time. You still don't perceive your time as the most important, most valuable thing you have. You still don't see the opportunity, and you're willing to squander it. My job is to wake you up and tell you the truth. Somebody has to. Evaluate everything you do, everything. And you need to be fanatical about it. That's the only way you're not only going to survive, they're going to thrive. Will this get me leads? Will this get me listings? Will this get me money? Will this serve my clients? Can I expand this? And if the answer is not a resounding fuck yes, delegate, automate, or remove. That's it. Those are the only options you have. You need to be a monomaniac. Maniac focused on only those 3 things. And here is the test. Here's how you can test it. How much money do you have? What is the balance of your checking account right now? If you had an opportunity to buy an exceptional property, great deal, way below market value, somebody needs to unload it. I had an opportunity like that many years ago. I was a very rookie agent, probably my first year in real estate, if I recall right. Met this guy, really nice guy. He was a firefighter, Whittier, California. He owned units, 4-unit apartment building. And he says, my wife and I are getting divorced. I need to dump this property. I need to cash out to pay her off. I don't have time to market it. I don't have time to go through the regular channels. Would you like to buy it? I'll give it to you way below market. I understand I'm giving it away, but that's our agreement between my future ex and me. We need to sell it quickly. Are you interested? And I freaked out. I didn't have the money. I didn't do it. Today, that property could be worth way over $1 million, probably more. Huge opportunity, wasted. How many of those opportunities are you wasting? How much money is your bank account? If you have an emergency, your car breaks down, or God forbid, you need to see a doctor for something special, or your family or something. Or you just want to take them on vacation, you want to live life a little. How much do you have? If you say, well, not enough, guess what? It's because you're not focused on listings, appointments, and leads. That's it. That's the whole story, my friends. Everything else is just a conversation, distraction, bullshit, noise. Make sense? So don't waste time on stuff like that. And if you post a question like that, be prepared that somebody's going to tell you the truth. Yours truly and many others. Where it is great if you have hobbies. I'm all for hobbies. My hobby, like many, many, many years ago, when I was a younger stud than I am today, I was a DJ. I was a club DJ. I started when I was about, 13, 14, playing like middle school and high school dances and all that. And then I progressed and I became a club DJ, had a lot of fun. But of course, there's not a whole lot of money in it. And there's not a whole lot of future in it. I did other stuff other than, then I got in real estate, came to America. Lately, I picked up a mixing board again. We set up a studio in my house and I'm just having fun. But I also understand that I cannot afford to invest my work time and pretend that I'm going to expand my portfolio or do something else. Suddenly, mixed parties, how am I going to do that? Like, I'm going to teach a class and then afterwards I'm going to DJ a party? That's not going to work. So like on Sunday, we had Mother's Day, we had a lovely time before we went out with my wife and my kids. I fired up the system, played some music, we had a great time. It's a hobby. It's great that you have hobbies. You must have something that you enjoy beyond the work, of course. But don't confuse those two. I never get confused. I understand my mission is to take you people, a few of you, and make you amazing. make you successful, wealthy. The rest, I'll probably just entertain, give you some nuggets of inspiration. You're going to do much with it. But that's my mission. And anything that does not support my mission, delegate it, discard it, or automate it. Cannot be my thing. I need to be very clear, and it needs to be very binary. Yes, no. You need to accept the same process. You need to accept the same mental thinking. I'm an entrepreneur. I must run a profitable business. All right, guys. So that's my message today. Good morning, George. Michael, I do BPOs doing photos. Do not, Michael. There is no money in it. There's no future in it. You're driving around for a few dollars, taking pictures, serving a bank. Why would you do that? Why not invest in finding good sellers, listing those properties, and getting them sold? I tell you why. There are only two reasons you don't do that, Mike. Is because either you don't know how, that's my job, I'll teach you, or you don't believe you can. That's mindset. But there is no profit in driving around. Anybody can do that. How hard is that? Any appraiser, no disrespect to appraisers, that's a reputable profession. But then they ain't gonna make $300,000-$400,000 a year. You can. But you cannot do that doing BPOs. Now, if you say, I want to become an REO agent, that's a possibility. But that's a rocky road and a steep climb to get there. You're going to have a lot of competition, and I know that. I work with a business partner. I worked for a guy who was a rock star BPO agent, an REO agent. And it took a long time to get there, and it's a very tough business model to sustain because you depend on banks, you depend on other people, where if you're a good listing agent, you run the show. So all you have to figure out is, how do I get seller leads? How do I keep in touch with them to get appointments? And how do I turn those appointments into listings? That's the whole formula. That's the whole success, Mike. So I'm here to tell you, don't waste your time. Time is the most precious, most valuable asset you have. And it's going to go by like that. Now, if you're young like me in your 30s, I shouldn't be lying on these, right? You think, I got plenty of time. No, we don't. We really don't know where this whole industry is going to end up. Where is it going? All these changes? I mean, it's crazy. And if you're a buyer's agent, my heart goes out to you, you're fucked. Look at Redfin, what they're doing. They're cutting out you people completely. So the only way to really run a profitable business these days, it seems to me, it's headed towards become a rock star listing agent. Control the market, control your income, control your business. I'm here to tell you how to do that, but you have to start with the right mindset and not wasting time on bullshit. That is the bottom line. Anna says, good morning. I'm new to your channel and I love it. Good to have you. We do this very often, Anna. Lovely to have you. Mark says, didn't catch the beginning there. Looking forward to watching later. Watch it later, Mark. It'll make all sense to you. Don't do BPOs. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. Just spend $120 for a half-an-hour photo shoot. Got 40 photos and VR tour. Money well spent. Absolutely. Yes, Derek. And Derek is my student. He's on the path. He understands. Besides, the position now you have is, I have a team. I have professionals. Just like a doctor has professionals. Just like my attorney has a whole staff. You need to have these people in place who can do this stuff for you. And if you have a scarcity mindset thinking, well, I'm not going to spend $100 on photos, you're going to be out of business in no time. There is no way you can run this business without investing in the right people and the right systems. That's just part of doing business. Not to mention, it makes way more sense to come to the seller and say, I'm going to send a pro who's going to take amazing pictures. You're going to be impressed. You're going to love them. And we need to have the best pictures we can possibly have. Now, while they're doing that, I'm going to be busy doing something else, something productive. Yeah? All right. $128, well spent, Derek. I would even put other agents down during the listing presentation, where I would talk to the sellers. What do you mean they don't hire professional photographers? Seriously? Who's doing the pictures? Them with their iPhones? Are you kidding me? Very different approach. Okay? All right. Nancy, hello from DC. Now, if you're in DC, if you want to come next week, I have a workshop. It's a listing presentation workshop where I will work with you in person. Very small group. Here in DC, Monday and Tuesday. If you want to come, it's expensive, but it's awesome. I'm going to make you a communication, confidence rock star. If you want to come, reach out to me immediately. Post comments here. I'm interested. We'll reach out to you. It's next week, Monday, Tuesday. You will get my presentation plus. We had one last-minute cancellation. Somebody had some health issues, last-minute issues, family issues, something like that. So one spot open. I can take you. If you need help, how to present like a rock star, how to walk away with it from every appointment with a signed listing contract, not just a listing, well-priced listing. If you struggle with confidence, if you struggle with presentations, if you struggle setting up appointments, if you feel like your confidence and your communication needs work, I'm the guy. I don't teach you 50 different things, but this is one thing I can teach you really well. But I need 2 days one-on-one with you. Well, not exactly one-on-one. It's going to be a small group. We're going to have camera on you. We're going to study you, how you present, how you communicate. We're going to fine-tune it. So by the time Tuesday night rolls in, you're going to be done and ready to go. Plus, you're going to get my listing presentation. You're going to get a brand new 2.0 book, all kinds of cool stuff. It's $2,000. We split it into 2 payments. That includes the presentation plus and a whole bunch of other stuff. Lunch is on us. Breakfast is on us. We're going to hang out for 2 very intense days in a very small setting. It's going to be less than 20 people, small group. I can't wait to see you guys. All right? Leila says, afternoon, Borino, do you do only workshops in DC? At the moment, yes, this is the only one we have on the calendar. We have a FSBO bootcamp starting on Thursday, which I'm really excited about. And this is the only one I'm doing. I'm also emceeing the Lab Coats Agents Live in June in San Diego. So those are the places where you can catch me. Okay, friends, this was the message today. Please pay attention to what I told you today. This can make or break your business, no joke. Because it goes beyond just that little thing. It goes the way you think. It will indicate how you think, how you perceive yourself, how you perceive your time and your income. Very important. All right? Was that helpful? Please let me know. Thank you very much for being here today. I appreciate the opportunity. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Same place, same time, noon, Tuesday. Coach Borino Q&A. Looking forward to it. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Plenty of people who need your help. Go out, find them, help them, make some money. Rinse, repeat. Coach Borino signing off. Let's go get him. Bye, everybody. Ciao.